Hey everybody, Eric Songer coming at you with the What's Happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band Department weekly podcast for October 28th. Glad to have you with us as I go through what's been going on and what's coming up here in our weekly look at the CMSW Band program. And I'm just going to start with a couple recap things from last week. We had a really busy week of after-school activities this past week where we had 4 new classes start up. Our hip-hop, DJ, rap, EDM Academy on Mondays, beginning guitar on Tuesdays, Jazz 7 and Jazz 8 on Thursdays, and Garage Band on Fridays. And all 4 classes were awesome. We had a great turnout. We learned a lot. We played some great music, and really looking forward to the next few weeks of having all 4 of these classes meet. All of them are still available for the exception of, 2 of them are still available. Guitar is filled, and our Garage Band auditions have been completed, and those bands are set. But we'll still take students in the Hip Hop Academy and in our Jazz 7, Jazz 8 groups. So we'd love to have students still come up and join. If you have been attending and need to register, you can do so at www.ceforall.org. And would love to have you sign up for that. So those are all going on. And as I speak, we have 3 students at the Small Ensemble Day at St. Anthony Village High School here on Saturday, October 28th. And those 3 students are 7th graders at West, and they're getting a great honor music experience out there today. And they'll be given a performance at 3 p.m. And just to recognize those students, Hope Greer on clarinet, Keegan Cummings on baritone saxophone, and Max Bryan on percussion. So we're hoping that they're having a great day today. So that's very exciting. Some announcements are scheduled this week. We have a 4-day week with a teacher workshop, no school, no student day on Friday. And so we have A-Day Monday, B-Day Tuesday, and then our block days Wednesday and Thursday with wind times, but there will be no school on Friday. Another big announcement is that we have a few students auditioning for the State Honor Jazz Band, and those audition recordings are due on November 6th, so that's coming up quick. And I would like to see those students this week and record them if you haven't already, either at school or do the recording at home. I need those recordings in my hand by Monday, November 6th. I shouldn't say in my hand, but in my email or in my Google Drive so that I can submit those to MBDA so those students can be considered for making the Honor Jazz Band. And also something that's coming up is, especially for 6th graders, but 7th and 8th graders as well, I'm going to let students start trying some other instruments in not this coming week, but the next week. And so basically, if you are a clarinet player and want to try bass clarinet, if you're an alto sax player and want to try the tenor or bari sax, if you are a flute player and want to try the piccolo, if you are a woodwind player of any kind and want to try the oboe or bassoon, and you're a fairly good woodwind player, I'll let you try those couple. If you are a brass player and want to try the French horn or euphonium or tuba, and then also percussion, we're going to be starting, 6th grade percussion, we're going to be starting the timpani. So all instruments that are available. Now there's some reeds involved if you want to try a woodwind instrument, and that would be for bass clarinet and tenor sax. I would need you to bring in $3 in order to try that instrument to get a reed. And if you want to try the bari sax, it's $4. And if you want to try an oboe or a bassoon, those reeds are a little bit pricier. I would need you to bring in $12 so you can get a reed to try those instruments. So I know it's just to try, you got to have your own reed. It's just, I don't want to be sharing reeds as we're going from student to student. So I will have some forms on that I will have available during the week. And usually what I request is for students to take that form home and to have the parents sign off on it. And if there's money involved for a reed, that you bring that in. And once I have that form and then that reed money, I will allow you to try those instruments. And my plan is to do that in band lessons the week of November 6th. So, and then if you don't have it in by November 6th, we can always try it after that as well. But that's just a good week for me. It's a week before deportage for the 6th graders. And there's not any huge events going on other than the Veterans Day Assembly, which I'll talk about in a moment. So anyway, so we'll try it that week. I already talked about the schedule a little bit as far as A, Bs, and blocks, just to go into the lesson schedule in a little more detail. So as usual, 6th grade A-Day band will have their lessons Monday. 6th grade B-Day band will have their lessons Tuesday. And then 7th and 8th graders, you will have traditional lesson options Monday through Thursday at the usual times. Those of you in the ensembles, 7th and 8th grade, you'll have your ensemble lessons during wind time on Wednesday and Thursday as usual. And the first year lesson group for the kids playing their instrument for the first year will be this coming Wednesday at the beginning of 5th hour. And finally, unfortunately, because there's no school Friday, there will be no bonus lessons this week for those of you who do bonus lessons on Fridays. So that's the lesson schedule. I also should mention, too, that if you're auditioning for State Honor Jazz Band or State Honor Band, or for those 8th grade trumpet players who are playing taps for Veterans Day, I do have some more time for you to come in and work with me. You can come in the last 40 minutes of 7th hour block on Wednesday, or you could come in anytime starting at 11:30 during 4th hour block on Thursday. So that's like a lot of time to come in to give you a chance to work on that. So that's that. Getting back to our after-school schedule and what's happening this week, our Hip Hop Academy will once again meet this Monday after school. Our guitar class will meet again on Tuesday. I know it's Halloween, but we'll be done by 4:50. Time to go home, get some dinner, change into your costume, and do your trick-or-treating. Rhythm section will meet before school on Thursday this week, and 7th and 8th grade jazz bands will both meet Thursday after school this week, and we will split them up. So 7th grade, you'll be in the orchestra room. 8th grade will be in the band room. Again, with no school Friday, unfortunately, there's no garage band this week. And we might have a couple Morning Star performances during breakfast this week. We'll see. And just looking ahead to our Country Bluegrass Band, which we've already auditioned for and have set, that band will start meeting the first Monday in December. And so that's coming up as well. As far as events and trips, nothing coming up this week, but the following week we have our big traditional CMSW Veterans Day celebration, where we will have a presentation of the colors outside at the flagpole to start the day at 8:40. And we have 4 trumpet players, Blake Dewey, Anthony Steinhoff, John Schwiniger, and Amy Labs coming out to play taps. And they'll be performing that, which should be super cool. And it might be super cold, actually, depending on the weather. And then we'll move on inside, and the 7th grade band will be performing, as well as the 8th grade choir and the orchestra, 7th and 8th grade orchestra. And we'll have some guest speakers. We'll have some both students and veterans speaking. And it'll be a very, very prestigious event. I love our Veterans Day celebration. And parents, family, you are more than welcome to attend if that fits into your schedule. It starts at 8:40 right at the beginning of our school day on Friday, November 10th. And I'll have some more information on that next week as far as what the 7th graders are expected to wear and need to bring and all that kind of stuff. So it should be a great performance. That's our only big thing in November. December, on the other hand, we have a lot of things. So just to read them off to you real quick, we have the 6th graders attending Orchestra Hall on Friday, December 1st. We have our first garage band gig in Eden Prairie at the new Performing Institute of Minnesota High School, and that will be on Saturday, December 9th. It'll probably be at 6 or 6:30 p.m. We're still trying to get the start time nailed down. Our 7th and 8th grade bands will be performing at the Eden Prairie Center on Tuesday, December 12th from approximately 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. We will have talent show auditions. Anyone interested in auditioning for the talent show will be Wednesday, December 13th after school in the Middle School West Band Room. We'll have 6th grade caroling during the school day, during the band lessons on the last Monday before break on the 18th of December. And then our big winter band concert is on Tuesday, December 19th. Our 6th grade band plays at 6, 7th grade band at 7, and 8th grade band at 8. And that's in our large gym. So those are the upcoming events. I should also mention, as usual, guests coming in. We have a couple guests coming in December. We have drummer Nate Babbs, who is an incredible drum set player here in the Twin Cities. And then we have a member of the Minnesota Orchestra, trumpet player Charles Lazarus will be coming in to work with our trumpet players. So that'll be coming up in December. And then in January, I have 3 more guests that I'm working on lining up, very exciting guests. So great opportunities for our kids to work with professional musicians and see what the life of music is out there. So Just to finish up here, I'm going to be gone a little bit this week. We have a big K-12 music department meeting all day Monday on October 30th. So I will not be in the school except for coming back to teach the hip hop class after school. So unfortunately, I won't be around. And then Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a presentation on our music program and the next generation of music education at the University of Minnesota. So I will be gone the morning of Tuesday, the 31st. I'll be back after lunch on that day and in time to do the guitar class. So anyway, so I'm not going to be around a little bit. So if you need to reach me, as usual, my email is songere, that's SONGERE, at district112.org. I'm on Twitter at CMSW Band and at Songer Studio. You can sign up for text alerts by sending the message at symbol 17 band 6 or at 17 band 7 or at 17 band 8 to the number 81010. Also, Google Classroom students is a way to get information. The new November band lesson schedule is on Google Classroom. You can check that out. There's also hard copies in the band room. And of course, there's this YouTube channel, Mr. Songer's channel. Hopefully you've already found it since you're watching this podcast. And I should say too that all the band lessons are on my channel right here. Just go to the playlist and look for 6th, 7th, or 8th grade first semester. And you can watch lessons that either you've missed or they also work really well for guided practice. So I strongly recommend you tune in and watch some of these videos. Sometimes practicing can be a little bit difficult in the sense that you don't know what to do, or you're wondering, how do I actually get better by sitting here with my instrument? And those YouTube videos are very good guided practice where we work on specific songs out of your book, and I talk about concepts in those songs, whether it's rhythms or how to play certain notes or how to play with good posture or dynamics and tone quality, articulations. You can really learn a lot from these short 5 to 10 minute videos. So again, check those out. They're really, really cool. So, all right, that's it for this week's podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back again next week. Enjoy your day, and hey, have a good one.